RHONJ cast Dumbfounded after violent scene cut from season 14 finale. The Real Housewives of New Jersey is about to reach the point of no return. As Monsters and Critics has continually reported, the ladies are about to meet for the final time at Rail's Steakhouse, where they will hash out their differences once and for all. Of course, we know that this meeting doesn't go well. At all. Bravo aired a teaser before the premiere of season 14 to suggest that this is the end of an era for the cast. A recent report suggested that Danielle Cabral and Jennifer Aydin came to blows in another physical altercation, which claimed the former threw a glass pitcher at the latter. It was perfectly on brand, given that they were both suspended from filming earlier in the season for an argument that got physical. The RHONJ finale will change the show forever. A new report has emerged, claiming that the cast that filmed the watch party-style reunion were left in shock because some of it was left on the cutting room floor. The one-part special features Danielle, Melissa Gorga, Margaret Josephs, and Rachel Fuda in one room watching the finale. Teresa Giudice and Jennifer Aydin in the other, with Dolores Catania going between the two sides. It's a choice, and it won't land well with viewers because the best part about the reunion is that enemies are forced to find some form of resolution. As you guys know, Danielle threw a glass pitcher at Jennifer, a source told Oak magazine. For some reason, the action of Danielle actually throwing the glass pitcher at Jen was cut. The source continued. You still see glass on the floor, and there's obviously a ton of tension in the room. But the scene doesn't make complete sense, as no one completely understands what caused it to be there. Editors have all the power to change the show. It's not uncommon for the editing on these shows to be a bit sloppy. The common consensus is that editors can construct whatever they want from the content at hand. The cast was dumbfounded when they were brought together to see the finale at Rail's and discuss it, the source dished. None of them understood why this scene would have been cut. It was a completely violent, insane outburst, and fans should truly get to see it in order to fully grasp the severity of the situation and what happened. In recent years, the series has been repeatedly called toxic, as cast divisions have derailed what was once a good show. Perhaps Bravo and producers didn't want the show to be remembered for such a violent final encounter, especially if all the reboot talk turns out to be true. Either way, we'll be tuning in for what's sure to be a momentous episode, because it certainly feels like we're heading into a series finale. The Real Housewives of New Jersey, RHONJ cast is reeling after learning that a shocking, violent altercation was cut from the highly anticipated season 14 finale. The decision, made by Bravo executives at the last minute, has left the cast dumbfounded, with some questioning the network's motives and others breathing a sigh of relief. The incident, described by insiders as one of the most explosive moments in RHONJ history, allegedly took place during a lavish party hosted by Danielle Cabral at an opulent mansion in Franklin Lakes. The party was intended as a celebration of family unity, but it quickly spiraled into chaos when long-standing tensions erupted in full force. It started with a toast, said a source who witnessed the drama unfold. Danielle raised her glass to new beginnings, but before she could finish, Teresa Giudice made a snide comment about fake friends with big mouths. That was the spark. Eyewitness accounts paint a vivid picture of the ensuing chaos. Margaret Josephs, who has long had a contentious relationship with Teresa, allegedly threw her drink across the room, splattering a pristine white couch and narrowly missing Jennifer Aydin. Melissa Gorga, who has been estranged from Teresa for months, jumped in to defend Margaret, screaming, "This family is beyond repair." The cameras were rolling, the source continued. Producers were scrambling to get every angle because it was pure reality TV gold. However, what followed went beyond the typical Housewives theatrics. According to insiders, a heated verbal exchange between Teresa and Melissa escalated when Danielle Pabril attempted to mediate. In the heat of the moment, glasses were shattered, security was called in, and one cast member allegedly pushed a producer who tried to de-escalate the situation. Bravo executives, after reviewing the footage, decided to cut the scene entirely from the finale. It crossed a line, said a production insider. This wasn't just yelling or table flipping. There were genuine safety concerns. The decision to omit the footage has not sat well with everyone. Margaret Josephs, known for her candid commentary, took to social media to voice her frustration. "We're supposed to show reality," she wrote, cutting the biggest moment of the season. "Cowards." Melissa Gorga echoed the sentiment during a recent podcast appearance. "Fans deserve to see the truth," she said. What happened that night explains a lot about why relationships are the way they are. Teresa Giudice, on the other hand, expressed relief. "I have 4 daughters who don't need to see me in that light," she said during an Instagram Live. Sometimes protecting your family is more important than good TV. Danielle Pabril, whose party turned into a battleground, remains torn. "I threw that party to bring people together," she said in an emotional confessional. "Instead, it showed me how deep the divides really are." Fans of the show, meanwhile, have taken to social media to demand the release of the footage. The hashtag #RHONJ cut scene has been trending on X, formerly Twitter, with viewers expressing frustration at what they see as network censorship. "We watched Teresa flip a table and drag Andy Cohen," wrote one user. "But this is too much. Show us the scene." Bravo, for its part, released a statement explaining the decision. "The safety of our cast and crew is our top priority," the statement read. "While we strive to present authentic, compelling content, we must also consider the well-being of everyone involved." Despite the controversy, the finale is still expected to deliver drama, with producers promising jaw-dropping revelations and raw, emotional confrontations. But for many fans, the knowledge that something even more intense lies on the cutting room floor will make the episode feel incomplete. "The show is called Real Housewives," said one fan. "If they can't show us the real drama, what's the point?" As the cast prepares for the reunion taping, hosted by Andy Cohen, speculation is swirling about whether the incident will be addressed. Insiders suggest Cohen plans to broach the subject, though the footage will remain unseen. "Secrets don't last long in Jersey," said Margaret Josephs in a recent Instagram post. "One way or another, the truth always comes out." Season 14 of RHONJ has already been one of the most tumultuous in the franchise's history, with shifting alliances, family rifts, and unexpected twists keeping viewers on the edge of their seats. But this unseen moment might become its most talked-about controversy yet. "People think they know what goes on behind the scenes," said Teresa Giudice. "But Jersey always has surprises." Whether the footage ever sees the light of day remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The fallout from the cut scene will continue to reverberate long after the cameras stop rolling. And for fans of the Garden State's most famous housewives, the mystery might just make the season finale more compelling than ever.